You're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson, episode 188. Hey there, you're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast. My name is Angela Henderson, and on this show, we talk about improving your business, life, or both by having amazing and rich conversations with brilliant guests who will inspire you and who will give you tips and tricks to help you grow both in life and in business. Well, hey there, and welcome back to another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Ange, from Angela Henderson Consulting, where I'm an international award-winning business consultant and coach who has helped thousands of amazing women business owners get all the pieces in place to have consistent 4- and 5-figure months and then on to 6- and 7+ figure years without burning out in the process. Today, I want to share with you my worst 36 hours in business. It was fucking horrific. You see, a few weeks ago, really, by far, was the toughest 36 hours in my entire 11+ years of being a woman in business. Like I said, it was hell. It was fucking horrific. And I'm sharing this with you today because more often than not, people show the glam side of business. Everything looks fucking perfect. Wow, how does she do it? How does she do that? Oh, I want that. I want you to come behind the scenes. I want to let you in on what's happened. And I want to share with you the other side. Because as you know, and hence the name of this podcast, the Business and Life Conversations podcast, I'm all about having open and frank conversations because this conversation might just make your life and or your business better. So a few weeks ago, I woke up, picture this, on a Saturday morning, my eyes pretty much swollen shut from the tears I had cried, bags. And when I say bags, these bags under my eyes were like fucking suitcases. And man, was I looking like hell. I was emotionally and physically spent. I was done. I'm here to tell you, people can be fucking brutally mean. You might be thinking, Ange, what are you talking about? Give us some context. So let me rewind a little bit so you get the full picture. A few weeks ago, I wrote an article on how I outsource my home life. And let's just say it caused quite the commotion on the internet. To give you full context, it's not a long article whatsoever. I'm just going to share a little bit with you so you understand what this article was about so you can get the context again behind everything. So the name of this particular article that was also shared in one of Australia's leading media outlets, Mamma Mia, was called, I Outsource All My Home Life Admin. Here's exactly how I do it and how much it costs. I said, for those of us that are women and mothers, we often can be found organizing our children's sports bag, writing a grocery list, tidying up a mistake made by a team member at work, and supporting our partner, all within the same 5 minutes. But what if our lives didn't have to be so hectic and disjointed? What if there was a superpower we all had access to that could provide us with some peace and enjoyment? About 5 years ago, I uncovered the secret superpower, asking for help. At the time, I was struggling to maintain my home and my garden. The number of jobs that needed doing daily, weekly, and monthly was making me stressed, grumpy, and unwell. My work relations and mental health were suffering. So I made a list of jobs, including my work jobs, and decided what I could outsource. I now have a house manager, personal assistant, cleaner, and gardener. In total, this costs me around $1,400 per month. In addition to this, I have a wonderful team that helps to run my business. Yes, it costs me money, but the enjoyment of life that I get in return is worth every penny and so much more. Asking for help has become key in maintaining my health and happiness and has allowed me to buy back time. Transforming beliefs. You see, the history of women is that we should be seen and not heard, but unfortunately, we as a society and women individually are still having a hard time shaking those beliefs. But there is a shift happening, and it's time to embrace it because that outdated mindset might be holding you, your family, or your business back big time. By asking for help, you will have the capacity to build strong connections with your family, reach your business goals, and have time to rest and recover. Imagine soaking in your bath instead of cleaning, or getting to a yoga class after work instead of mopping the kitchen floor. On a daily basis, I encounter female entrepreneurs who are trying to do everything themselves. Be a boss, mother, cleaner, cook, shopper, friend, wife, and so much more. I went on to say in this article, these women are often overwhelmed and exhausted. And when I suggest asking for help, reaching out has often never been considered as an option. And the thought of this usually brings fear or judgment or rejection. At the same time, they don't get satisfaction from chores like folding laundry. From a monetary point of view, it would be a much more better financial decision to pay someone else to do this. Additionally, by asking for help, women are causing a cultural shift in how housework is to be done. The unrealistic expectations that are placed on women will be challenged, and a new cultural norm of outsourcing and equality can emerge. Asking for help frees up energy. I've been there trying to juggle everything myself and being in a constant burnout. I would snap at my kids and my husband, and I felt completely overwhelmed at work. But as soon as I was able to ask for help, my load lightened. I had so much more free energy, creativity to pursue my business, be present with my children, and enjoy my life. Asking for help around my house has even boosted my self-confidence. I've become more confident in what is mine to do and what I can ask others to assist. Less stress gives you more time to connect with your family. Ever since I started asking for help from those around me, I've been able to build much closer connections with my family. I have more capacity to enjoy life's special moments and be present with my husband, 12-year-old son, my 8-year-old daughter, and when I'm not stressed about rolling socks or taking out the rubbish. For example, I'm now able to have slower and more enjoyable mornings for my family instead of being rushed and on the go, and we have the luxury of easing into the day. Getting help is also giving back work to someone else. By hiring a team of people, I quickly realized that by outsourcing, I was supporting another small business. One of my core values and reasons why I work as a business consultant with women is that I'm passionate about getting more wealth and success into the hands of women. Since my personal assistant and home help are usually run by women, hiring them, I'm in a complete alignment with my core values. And lastly, changing that culture. If we all start to embrace help in our homes and workplaces, the cultural norm of women doing everything will slowly change. As women, by asking for help, we are causing a cultural disruption that will benefit women for generations to come. That was my article. That was my article. And that article was created to empower women. That article was created to show women they have choice. That article was created to let women know there are other ways of doing things. That's why I created that article. It's about change. Change for where we've been as women, change of where we are, and change of where us women are going. But you know what? I was met with thousands, and I mean thousands, if not tens of thousands of negative comments that were made about me, my husband, and my children in regards to me hiring help within the home. And at one point, it was unbearable to read these comments. Comments of people saying things like, my kids are deadbeats. They're going to grow up with zero life skills and be a waste to society. Comments like, my husband is a waste of space. Comments that I was an awful mother. You get the picture. But what made it even worse was a very well-known Australia who has a following of over 400,000 plus share this with their audience and made significant false assumptions. This same well-known woman calls herself a feminist, but I'm here to tell you this is not what feminism is about. Spreading false information about people is not okay. In fact, it borderlines bullying. So you can now imagine my article with Mamma Mia and now this woman's audience. Now, I knew writing this article was not going to sit with many people because they run from a place of scarcity. They run from a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. So I knew there would be some negative comments. I was prepared for that. But what I wasn't prepared for was the thousands upon thousands, if not 10,000s of negative comments. What I wasn't prepared was for a well-known Australian woman who preaches about feminism to do the wrong thing. So these comments, these people commenting, it just shocked me because behind every fucking post, there is a human being, and that human being was me. The words they use on social media are words nobody would have said to my face. And though these are just words, and though I know so many of these women are trolls with nothing better to do, it still rocked me. However, I 150% stand behind women asking for help within their home, asking for help within their business, whatever that looks like. I encourage all women to ask for help. You might not know this, but when I was at my lowest a few years ago with depression and anxiety, I thought often about ending my life, especially about the day-to-day pressures as a mother, wife, a mental health clinician, a business owner. Asking for help wasn't a choice made out of privilege. It was a choice made out of saving my life. It wasn't a choice made out of equality. It was a choice made out of what needed to be done then and there. I never want to be in a position again where I contemplate killing myself. I will never apologize for prioritizing my life by asking for help, paid help. My children need me, my family needs me, and the women that I work with in the role of their business consultant, they need me. But most importantly, I need me. What I found in the last few weeks is the majority of our population do not like talking about money, wealth. It's a highly emotive topic, but I'm fucking here for it. I'm here for women asking for help, and I'm equally here to get more wealth into the hands of women. I am not going anywhere. Change is needed. And regardless of the tears I've shed, those positive messages I received, though far and few between, those positive comments I received from women thanking me for having this conversation, that's kept me going. My word of the year this year is impact. Let the fucking impact begin. I'm here for it. I'm so fucking here for it. The world needs it. But this, my friend, is what it looks like behind the scenes of a business owner. Things are not always glamorous. Things are not always what they look like on social media. And I wanted to share this with you today. Remember, be kind. Kindness always wins. And before I sign off, please remember that my team and I will be putting together the show notes for this episode at angelahenderson.com.au. Have a fabulous day, you amazing human, and I look forward to you joining me again next week for another amazing episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. Onwards, upwards, impact, and wealth. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson. www.angelahenderson.com.au